What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Great League, and a shorter video for you all today. This video is going to be the set of 5 battles that I actually hit rank 8 with. So I hit it on my second set of the day today, which is pretty cool. Again, I'm just kind of trying a bunch of different teams and trucking along here until we get to rank 9 with the ELO rating, but obviously I am trying my best, trying to get as many wins as possible. But the team that I used to get to rank 8, I really only played 2 sets with this for the pure purpose of producing a YouTube video here. So the team is UMBREON lead, and then Defense Deoxys and Skarmory in the back. I think this team is okay. Just okay. UMBREON's worst matchups in the lead would obviously be against an Azumarill. Defense Deoxys can definitely handle Azumarill, and Skarmory also has play against Azumarill, but neither of them are really hard counters to Azumarill. This whole team is kind of built with 3 somewhat flexible Pokemon. They're all very, very bulky, and they have a decent amount of coverage across the board. Even Skarmory, even though it's only running the double flying moveset, Brave Bird hits so hard that you still can do a nice chunk even against some of the worst matchups other than a freaking Bastiodon. But I like this team because it beats what is known in the community as the grasshole line. I did not come up with the name, but it's that Bastiodon Shadow Victory Bell core. So I like that this team can hang with this. UMBREON does not beat Bastiodon, but if they stay in there, you can just chip it down, and then Skarmory is going to sweep the entire back line. So pretty nice there. But obviously this team has a lot of weaknesses. A Galvantula lead is very tough for this team to deal with. Probably would have to like double shield the UMBREON, or maybe commit 1 shield and try to get 2 shields out of your opponent, but you'd have to chip that Galvantula down a little bit because it is going to have so much play against the Defense Deoxys and the Skarmory. Unfortunately, I made a huge mistake right there. I should have just thrown some energy on this Toxicroak, and I actually would have been able to win this game. I don't know why I was over farming so much, but Toxicroak lead is also extremely tough for this team. I have to use Defense Deoxys as the safe swap and then just kind of play it out there. But if I would have been able to throw energy with my Skarmory, I would have burned the last shield, and then I would have gotten to 2 moves here and would have been able to actually win this game and come back from a Toxicroak lead. But big mistake on my end for sure. The Toxicroak is able to take me out there. Tomorrow's video should also be featuring like a Meganium team that I tried out today, which is a very weird team comp, but it actually somehow worked, and I picked up some wins with it. Here's the Galvantula lead that I was talking about. This is going to be very tough to deal with. I don't shield this first one because I'm trying to convince my opponent to let these moves go through. I really need to get this Galvantula low. But I think I play pretty horribly in this match if I remember. So I'm looking at my UMBREON and I'm like, I can tank a lunge. I can tank a lunge. Nope, not at all. Not at all. So all that energy completely wasted. Huge mistake. And then I have to bring out Skarmory here because I'm at least hitting for neutral damage on this Galvantula, but this is not good. This is not good at all. Another thought process behind my team comp here is that Scrafty lead would also be really tough for an UMBREON. So Defense Deoxys can actually hang with Scrafty as long as you avoid the foul plays, and Skarmory can also hang with it as well. They still have that Galvantula in the back, so I am just going to be in a world of hurt here because they preserved it. They are out of shields. Their Defense Deoxys has a huge energy head start. I still have no idea what their 3rd Pokemon is, but I'm assuming whatever it is has to be a pretty solid response to Galarian Stunfisk because they led that Galvantula, and Defense Deoxys is also not the best response to Galarian Stunfisk. So probably an Azumarill in the back. So here I go for an undercharge because I want to get some more farm, but it was a horrible play. And of course it is an Azumarill in the back. Going to be able to get to this Thunderbolt, which is going to do about 50% damage. And then I get to my Skarmory here. I essentially have to throw a Brave Bird, but the second I do that, I've dropped my defense, and then Galvantula comes out and ruins my day. So unfortunately, there's no play here. I was just hoping that the Sky Attack would be enough, but obviously it's not going to be enough. The Azumarill survives and gets to the Ice Beam right there. Good game. Galvantula lead, obviously very tough for this team, and I played it really poorly. Actually still would have still had some play against that team, but very bad opening for me there. Alright, Umbreon into Swampert. This is a totally fine match for Umbreon. Really what I'm looking to do here is just get a shield advantage. So I'm over farming just a little bit. I'm always trying to throw my opponent off with how much energy my Umbreon actually has. Force them to really know their counts. They actually give up switch advantage right there and then switch into Defense Deoxys, which really isn't a counter to Umbreon. And this is kind of making me wonder if they have the Swampert Defense Deoxys Skarmory line that I've been running a lot and posting videos on. So I'm going to let this Thunderbolt go through, store a Foul Play, and then mirror with my own Deoxys. Best case scenario here, I can Rock Slide this and then farm it down and have some loaded energy to threaten the Swampert. They are throwing Thunderbolts here, so I'm assuming that they're running Thunderbolt Psycho Boost. I lose the CMP tie here. This is going to be a Psycho Boost. And then I'm going to throw this Rock Slide. Should be just enough to take out this Deoxys. Just enough. I'm anticipating the Swampert coming back in, but I'm able to throw this Rock Slide. And then I know that their Swampert's probably going to build up a lot of energy here. I still have my Umbreon. I'm going to let this go. Hydro Cannon is enough to take me out. And I want to get a jump start on energy with my Skarmory. I know I will probably have to shield up one Hydro Cannon. Oh, okay. This play, I'm trying to burn one of their shields with my Umbreon. I do, and now I switch into Skarmory. They also simultaneously swap into their own Skarmory. I need to keep in mind that the Swampert in the back could still have a little bit of residual energy in the back, so I need to save a shield for that Hydro Cannon that's going to be coming through. But Brave Bird is also no joke. There's no way that they Brave Bird right off the bat though, because they are switch locked in this matchup. So I'm just throwing Sky Attack, trying to get this thing into Brave Bird range, but always over farming energy in case that Swampert's going to be coming out. If my opponent tries to switch out, I want to have a bunch of residual energy to still be able to threaten that Swampert in the back. So I do shield up the Sky Attack. Obviously the Hydro Cannon is the thing that's going to do the most damage, but I am worried about this Brave Bird here. They switch into their Swampert right there. I'm going to throw this Sky Attack, for sure going to burn the last shield, and then I can switch into Umbreon to absorb. Okay, I'm actually going to shield this. I could have switched to Umbreon right there. Farm up a little bit more, and now switch into Umbreon, hoping to catch a move, but I mean, I catch this move anyways, and then this is going to allow me to Air Slash down the Swampert. And I just need to land a Brave Bird to take out the opposing Skarmory, and I'm going to be able to do it. I most likely would have lost the CMP tie there, because I think this is like a rank 2 Skarmory or something, so good game there. Feel the beat. Umbreon into Victory Bell. Okay, this team does very well against these sorts of team comps. So double Razor Leafer, they bring out Tropius, so I'm going to hard counter it with my Skarmory. I'm not going to throw out any energy, I'm not going to commit any shields, going to fast move it down, and I actually hope that they throw charge moves like this to run out the switch clock. Because what you're going to see me do, whenever you run into a double Razor Leaf team like this, Skarmory is your like MVP, so you kind of need to preserve it. So I'm going to farm this all the way down. I know the Bastiodon's going to come out to try to hard counter me, but I am capped at 100 energy here. My switch clock is still not up yet, so I have to throw a move here to stall out the clock. Keep in mind I have 2 Sky Attack stores, so I'm going to throw this Sky Attack right here. And then I'm going to immediately switch into my Defense Deoxys, which has a favorable matchup against Bastiodon, and with this energy lead that I'm going to get is going to shred this Victory Bell as well. But at this point, there's really no way that they can come back. I have all the energy stored on my Skarmory, so I'm going to be able to take out the Victory Bell no matter what. I essentially have a full health Umbreon, and I have a shield advantage. So this is going to be a pretty clean win here. It's always nice when the team comp can handle an opposing team like this, the fast move beatdown. Gonna let this go, and then I'm gonna bring out my Skarmory and actually throw the Sky Attack right away because I know I am low. Even though everything is resisted by Skarmory, the Razor Leafs from Victory Belt are no joke. They let it go, and now I'm just going to immediately switch into my Umbreon to avoid being farmed down by the Bastiodon, and there's nothing this Bastiodon can do. I have an energy advantage, I have a shield advantage. There goes their last shield, and then at this point, they leave the match. Good game. Umbreon into Cresselia. This is a very favorable lead for me, but obviously Cresselia does have access to Moonblast, which does a solid chunk to Umbreon. They switch into their Shiftry here, and I'm way too slow to decide on what I want to do. So for this reason, I have to throw a last resort. And then I will bring in my Skarmory and farm this all the way down. But way too slow on the switch there. Way too slow. Skarmory is also, even more so, a hard wall to that Cresselia. So I could have just stayed in with the Umbreon. Debatable play. I'm still able to maintain alignment, which is really good. Out comes their opposing Skarmory, so I'm going to throw this Brave Bird here. Do some nice chip damage, and then from here on out, it should be pretty straightforward. My Defense Deoxys is going to be able to align with this Skarmory, and my Umbreon is going to be able to align with the Cresselia. So we have maintained alignment, which is very important when you have a lead that is that favorable. So I'm really hoping this isn't a Brave Bird, but they make a very smart play and Brave Bird me immediately. I knew they were going to switch into their Cresselia right there, so I also immediately switched into my Umbreon. I have to shield this. It is a Moonblast, and look at this. This is so unfortunate. They actually do get the attack fall on me, which is not great. Cresselia is very bulky already, and now that my Umbreon's attack has been dropped, and I'm still switch locked in this matchup, this is not super great. So, since I know that my attack has been dropped, I'm going to overfarm a whole bunch of energy and attempt to clear my debuff. So I am going to have some residual energy stored here. I anticipate getting the last shield here. They do shield it up, and now I'm just going to farm a lot. Have to shield this, even if it's like a grass knot. Like, I do not want to be hit by a Moonblast. Now I switch into my Defense Deoxys. I clear my debuff, but they're staying in with their Cresselia, which is actually a smart play because it has a better matchup against my Defense Deoxys than their Skarmory does. I'm overfarming here. Gonna throw the Rock Slide, continuing to chip this down. I have residual energy on my Umbreon. They stored energy on their Cresselia. Now they bring out their Skarmory, and I'm going to be able to get to this Rock Slide. Thank goodness they can't really Psycho Cut me down, and then I'm going to be able to land the Foul Play to take out their Cresselia. This team definitely has its weaknesses, but every team you build is going to have some weaknesses. These are three very solid, bulky Pokemon that really don't have to commit shields that often, which is really great, and which is why I like it. So give it a try if you think it might work out for you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy the content. Oh, and there it is. We hit rank 8. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.